If he can get by Matt, he'll have a couple more laps to go after Logano. Looks like he just about has him cleared.
He's going to clear him going through 1 and 2. And now, can he reel in that 25 of Joey Logano?
2.5 laps to go.
A big gap now between Logano and the 4 of Sergio Pena. Here comes Kovaluk, almost to the inside of that 4. 2 to go. Logano looking good out front.
Sergio is giving it all he has. Just took him a few too many laps to get by Matt Kovaluk, coming down for the white flag.
Joey Logano comes out of turn number 4. White flag in the air. A half a mile to go at Irwindale. Again, this race is for bragging rights. No points on the line. A big check at the end. And Joey Logano spreading out the distance between himself and Sergio Pena. Coming out of turn number 4. Win number 2 for Joey Logano in the All-Star Showdown.
Well, the best 2 cars finished first and second. Unfortunately, the best car probably finished second, but what a terrific job by Sergio Pena in his first ever K&N Pro Series race at 16 years old.
Matt Kovaluk pulls just beside that number 4, and I'm sure the veteran Matt Kovaluk is saying, what a job you just did, showing us all what a great race car driver you're going to be. Kovaluk giving a little tap to the 25 there.
They may have more contact after the race than they had during the race.
What a clean car, too. I mean, that's a great point, Phil. The 25 doesn't look like it has a scratch on it. The 4 also doesn't look like it has a scratch on it. On a short track, that's amazing. And really especially as close a racing as those 2 drivers did, all 225 laps.
Yeah, really incredible job. Joey Logano at 19 years old, but we're used to seeing him do such a great job. He won this race before. He's won a number of nationwide races. He won a Cup race last year, but I'm telling you, I've been incredibly impressed by Sergio Pena at 16 years old. First time, I never heard of Sergio Pena until 2 days ago, and here he is, just about beating one of the very best young drivers we have.
The sellout crowd on their feet, applauding the performance of these drivers tonight. Joey Logano will hoist the trophy at the end of the night. And we go trackside to Dick Berggren.
And Joey Logano's car just spewing water after that big burnout. Joey, out of the car. Man, congratulations. What a run tonight. We're going to give him a moment to catch his breath and get out. Yeah, and unbuckle. That'd be kind of helpful. Yeah, come on out, Joey. What a race. Congratulations from Mike Olson, his car owner. Only one dent in the left rear corner of the car. How did you race all night without running into Sergio?
The left rear corner was actually after the race. Everyone congratulated me. So, oh man, that was, to be honest, one of the tougher races I ever had to win. I was sitting there on the last red flag, and I was sitting there thinking, like, most of the time when I'm in this scenario, I'm the second place guy faster than the first place guy. I was never usually the first place guy that's slower. And man, I just worked as hard as I can, tried to pull every little trick in the book out, and this is awesome. They come out here at Mike Olson's car and come out here and put the butt whooping on them. I'm just excited right now. This is why we came out here, is to have fun and get a big trophy, and I'm glad we get 2 of these things. This is a lot of fun for me.
You run so well here, the top to bottom. It doesn't seem to matter what part of the racetrack you run on. Why is it you're so good here?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think tonight experience helped me the most. I think just having the experience on restarts was helping me a lot, and able to get to about every restart I was able to get the second place car. So I was really excited about that. I got to thank Kevin Kidd for coming out here. He's my new nationwide crew chief, and you know, without him, I'm not sure we'd been able to do it. So he helped me out a ton. My spotter, Mark Robertson, came up from North Carolina too, and kind of made this a fun vacation a little bit. And this is awesome. I was nervous coming out here, as I didn't know if we were going to have a shot at this thing and what I was going to have, and I didn't know if the car was going to be junk or how it was going to be. And it made me work, but it was definitely a good enough car to win.
How about this kid, Sergio Pena, 16 years old, never been here before. What do you make of him?
It was good. I tell you, I was talking on the radio, and in the beginning of the race, it was easy to beat him on the restarts, and it was every time. I didn't have to do nothing special. As it kept going, he was starting to figure it out, and I was like, all right, now I got to start pulling some tricks out here. So, he definitely, you can tell he learned throughout the race, and the way I raced him was starting to be the way he raced me when he was in the lead. But I knew as long as I can get in front of him and get enough distance on him, I was going to have him. And, once I had 2-3 car lengths, that made up my mind on which direction I was going to go into the last corner. So that was a lot of fun.
Congratulations. It was fun watching you. Jim?
Sergio Pena, all smiles. Now, Sergio, think about this. 48 hours ago, you were hoping to get a chance to maybe get in this race. What are you thinking right now after that great performance you put on here, racing Joey Logano to the end?
I don't even know what to think right now. I'm just so happy, so emotional right now. This is the biggest accomplishment I've made in my whole life. I can't thank Max and John, Andy and Blair, the whole crew enough. NASCAR, the 909 group, Drive University program. They put together such a good package for me. I couldn't have done it without them.
You said at one point on one of the final restarts, guys, I've had the time of my life. This is the best day of my life, and they calmed you down by saying it's not over yet. How were you able to gain so much knowledge and so much speed to hold throughout the 225 laps?
Just listening to my spotter Jerry and listening to Andy Santerre, they gave me such good advice that I really couldn't have got from any other guys. They did great. They guided me to this finish. Hey, man,
awesome.
Thanks. You too. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Good job.
Thanks.
And they said race him clean, he'll race you back clean. What a great run for you. What a great start to what is hopefully a long-term NASCAR career. You put your name, Sergio Pena, on the map tonight.
Oh, thank you. I had a blast. This is the time of my life. So.
Indeed, and all the Revolution Racing people are down here as well. All the drivers he'll join this year in that effort have now joined him in a big bear hug with his father. Dick?
And I'm with Matt Koboluk. Big smile. You didn't come to victory lane, but by golly, it sure looks a lot better this year than last year.
We would have loved to come out here with the victory. We had a good car on the short 25-lap run. These two guys were just a little bit better than we were, but past 25 laps, we were way better than they were. So, that kind of worked in our disadvantage this year, but great job for the Mohegan Sun team. Great finish for Mohegan Sun Casino. We would have loved to come out here with the victory, but, we did the best we could.
How are these kids, these teenagers, running so fast and so well?
They're in good equipment, and they got good mentors. Andy Santerre, mentoring this kid. He's got good equipment, and he's got someone good mentor him, and he's using his head out there. So he's running good, and when you jump into good equipment, it's easier than trying to have to do it the way we did it, to come up from nothing and work your way up. So, proud of my guys, because we've worked from nothing, and we've been contenders every time we come out here. So I'm real proud of them, and I got to give a shout to my wife and the kids at home. They're waiting patiently for me to get there, so I'm going to try and get out of here quick and get on my red eye home.
What is there about this joint that makes you run so well here?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just lends itself to great racing, and I'm patient, and I know when to make the right move, and we've just had a great success, and it helps when you bring a good car.
Indeed, and a good driver behind the wheel counts too. Jim?
And speaking of a good driver, Matt, you set the pole at Dover. You won in this race car at Loudon. It may be your last race in this division. You came home fourth. Great job. Could you had something for him if the car wasn't so loose in the beginning?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you guys obviously saw that. It was just out of control at the beginning of the race. But, man, the guys made a heck of a rebound at the end, and I just drove the heck out of the car. And, I'm back in my home state here in California, so I had to put on a show and race as hard as I could for the guys. They deserved it. But, man, I got to thank Mike Curb Records, and a lot of history behind the 98 number. So glad to represent that, and got to thank everybody watching, all the fans, all my family that came out here, my girlfriend, and all the guys that support me or behind me. I appreciate it.
Matt DiBenedetto, congratulations on the runs you've had in this series to earn your spot in the Nationwide Series this year.
Thanks so much.
Guys.
Thank you, Jim. There are a few life-changing moments in sports, and this one could have just happened for Sergio Pena. We're getting a hug from his father. Max Siegel coming in, congratulating him. Joey Logano ends up the victor